Good morning, traders. This is a live trade recap. I just took 2 trades in the pre-market right around 4 a.m. on January 5th, Tuesday, and I have them on video. So, of course, I'm looking at the pre-market top gainers. I organize them by volume. I accidentally hit the pre-market percent there, but here they are by volume. So put Chek on the list. I had Jagx on the list because that was top gainer in the aftermarket yesterday. So even though it wasn't, there it goes up. It's in the top 3 volume now. So that's generally my criteria in the pre-market is to just trade the top 3 volume traded stocks that are in my price range. But they have to be top 3 volume. So here I'm just marking, trying to mark the pre-market high on Chek, or the aftermarket high. So you can see clearly that it broke through the aftermarket high. So now I'm just waiting for a pullback. I have the same thing here on Jagx. This is the aftermarket high. So I could do an entry after a pullback. Obviously Chek looks strongest right now. These take a while to form, so I'm going to fast forward. But the signal to watch these is that they broke the aftermarket high, and they're both trending up on the daily chart. Now I'm waiting for the high of one of these 1-minute candles on either chart really to break the high of the previous candle, and that's my entry. So I keep hovering over these candles, and in my head I'm kind of telling myself, because I'm willing to take a trade on both of these or either of these if they give an entry. So I'm constantly going back and forth saying, okay, my entry is like in this case I'm hovering over this candle. So I'm saying to myself, my entry is 256. If I see 256, I get in. I do the same thing over here. The high of this candle, I'm not sure what it was, but whatever the break of that high, I'm saying that to myself. So I'm constantly going back and forth. That way, as soon as I see the price, I know to get in. And that's why I don't miss the entry. And there was a little bit of stress going into this because I'm looking at this thinking, wow, these things are both going to get triggered at the same time, my entry. So I'm figuring that I'm probably going to be in. So this one needs to break 195, needs to hit 196 for me to get in. I'm figuring at this point that I'm going to be in 2 trades at the same time. There's 196. I jump in right away. I get filled at 198. I think it's just because the stock is moving. Let's just see where the. Just want to see where the where the ask was when I hit that. All right, the ask was 198, so I got really a perfect fill. Because I'm set to buy the ask plus 2 cents, so I could have gotten up to $2. But my in my head I'm thinking my ideal entry is 196. So So you don't see me go to my 2R calculator here because I'm focused on not missing the entry on this one. I'm in this stock, and I feel like I need to really take advantage of both of these stocks because I feel that they're going to both be strong runners just based off the fact I keep saying feel, but this is more like a logical approach because they broke the aftermarket high. So this one just broke the high of that candle, so I get in. I think my ideal entry was 245, so I got 246. It's not bad. This is a nice tight stop. Both of these have relatively tight stops, so that was another reason why, I was comfortable taking the entries, especially on 2 stocks at a time. Now I still don't go to my 2R calculator, and I decide to try to let them go near 2R and start scaling up, only because I'm in 2 at the same exact time. So that adds a level of stress and complexity to the trade. I started to get ready to enter it here, and then I'm just kind of worried that I'm going to miss something because I'm trying to watch 2 at the same time. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So at this point, I'm still holding all of my position on both stocks, and then I just sold half there at when I saw this thing go to 205. It bounced back down a little bit and hit 202. But I think that was pretty close to, it was near 2R. I'm sure it was a little bit low, but let me just do those calculations really quick for you. So I have all the information on the spreadsheet. My entry was 198 and the stop was 191. So 212 was the 2R target, and I was trying to sell at 205, so it was a little bit early, but again, considering I'm in 2 trades at once, I was eager to reduce my risk quickly. I guess I should do the same thing on the next stock, just so you guys know. So the entry 246, stop 237. Oops. 264. So at this point I still have all the shares on this one. So I sold half at 255, so 9 cents shy of the 2R, but again, I'm holding both of these at the same time, so I was just trying to get a little bit off the table. And this thing pops all the way up to 210, which is really near the 2R target, and that's when I hit my sell half again. I get filled at 208. This thing starts to pop now, and I hit the sell half, and I get sold at 260 or filled at 265, which I think that was that's 1 cent above my 2R target, so that was a good exit there. This thing breaks through the high of day. I think I decided to take another share off pretty soon when it broke through the aftermarket high. Once it started to reverse like that, I said, let me take another share off. I filled at 209, but the price was at 212, which is where my 2R target was on that one. Then here I sell 2 more at 265, which is a cent above my 2R target. So now that I have 2 shares on each of these, which is about a 10th of my position, or actually about a 20th of my position. Now, I'm okay with holding until they come down to my entry, or they start showing lots of weakness, or so they're doing this pullback. which I'm fine with because I only have 2 shares, so I'm kind of riding the pullback, hoping it's going to go higher. Notice this one kind of goes sideways. And the price just stands still for a long time on this stock. It's not really moving. So that's an indication that people are, the volume is leaving. And you can see that down here as well. Really on both of these stocks, and that's typical around this time. And then, yeah, this one starts to come down. Once it breaks the low of these candles, I say, that's it, I'm out. And then this one is just sitting here doing nothing. So there's like no volume left anymore. And I just get out when I see this candle pop down, but that candle formed really strange anyway. But so my total P&L for both those trades, 313. I think I show you the here. Whoops. Let's see. There you go. So just made a little bit more on Chek than I did Jagx, but it moved more, so that makes sense. And then I got everything into my spreadsheet already. So this would be my actual, my 2R P&L, which was definitely higher than the 313, but it's not that far off. If I can get within 50% of that 2R, I'm pretty happy, because remember, that's theoretical. And here I was holding 2 trades at once, so you can also see individually the 2R P&L would have been $2.94 on this, and I made $1.24, so that's a pretty big difference there. But I'm not giving myself too much of a hard time about it because I don't normally have 2 stocks going at the same time. And then Chek was the 2R P&L was 270, and I made 189, so definitely within 50% of that. And a pretty nice ROI on Chek, 5.12%, and 3.54% on Jagx. So I think that's pretty good for holding 2 trades at once. And I've already made almost the same P&L that I made all day yesterday, just in my first 2 trades in the pre-market. So I'm pretty happy about that. And then notice the difference. Like, look how close these 2 numbers are versus these 2. So that goes to show you that I'm getting closer to realizing that 2R target. All right, guys. I hope this helped you, and I will see you at the market open. Take care.